Hello. Salvete. Salvete is Latin for greetings. Hello. When you're speaking to a group of people. And I'm speaking to, hopefully, a group of people. Fourth quarter. Woot woot. Here we are. Exploratory Latin. It's time to get things officially started. Um, as you probably could predict, we are going to have a different experience in quarter four than we did in the first three quarters. We are probably going to be online the entire rest of the school year. And so please remember to check in to the Google Classroom. I'll have reminders on my website and on that seventh grade page that what you should do in terms of just kind of checking in here at Google Classroom. I would come and check in here on Mondays and see what the plan is for the week so that you are ready to go. So at this time, usually I'm talking to the students. I'm saying, hey, here's your seating chart. Let me know if you need to get a different seat for whatever reason. But that's not the case this time. You can sit wherever your computer allows you to sit, right? Wherever your family wants you to be set up for school. Just give you a quick breakdown of who I am. You can probably talk to your classmates. Some of you talk to your siblings, and you'll know a little bit about me, but this is my second full year at Camp Hill. I spent a lot of years teaching at an independent school right around the corner from here, but now I'm exclusively teaching Latin, and I'm teaching it just for you guys. The exploratory Latin program is different than the rest of the Latin. So Latin 1 through 5 really does a lot of focus on grammar and vocabulary, and then some mythology as well, and culture. But the seventh grade class, the exploratory, is flipped in that way. We spend a fair amount of time looking at mythology, learning about the culture, learning vocabulary, and we do not do any grammar at all in terms of Latin syntax or grammar in this class. Traditionally, we do a small amount of English grammar. So a lot of the stuff that you've done with Mrs. Niederist or with Mrs. Keller is stuff that I would review with you in this class. And that's because learning another language is always helpful to know your first language first. And so I really want to make sure everybody's understands that and gets on the same page so that no matter what language you teach or take, and I usually do this in the classroom and say whether you're going to Spanish or French or German next year, these are, it's good for you to know English. We are not going to do a lot of English in this class. Maybe we'll post a video or two talking about English grammar, but a lot of what I do with that in class usually is off of those little whiteboards where you get to write on it yourself and then show me your answer, and we kind of grow and learn in that way. And I also have to kind of really decide what's most important to pass on to you. And what I've decided is that I'm going to really try and focus on the mythology, because a lot of seventh graders have read Harry Potter or Percy Jackson or really enjoyed Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or different things where there are mythological elements to them, whether they are directly connected to the Greek and the Romans or whether they're a whole new set of mythologies. A lot of my students really like that. Okay. So the assignment for today and this week is for you to read the handouts that I'm going to post on here as well. And then respond to one question, and that question is, what do you already know? What do you already know about exploratory Latin? What do you already know about me? What do you already know about the Romans? What do you already know about Latin in general? And so I'm gonna post an assignment, and you're going to respond to that online by the end of the week, which the end of the week this week is Wednesday. So I expect you to have that done by 3 p.m. on Wednesday, and I'll give you some feedback, and hopefully we can say hi to each other, at least virtually. Well, that's all for now. Keep your line pride, be good to each other, be good to yourself, and Coronavirus delectus est.